is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He'll do it himself. Turning it on. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. It was going to be...
Touchdown! Special teams coming through the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. I think you're getting the offense the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They punted on the opening possession of the game. Might still have a few plays left on that opening script. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Off play action. Bring in the heat. And the quarterback brought up to and sacked at the 12. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Big, physical. You see all these guys up front. They're strong at the point of attack, and they make you earn everything you get. And the athleticism when they get you in passing situations and they know you're going to pass, they're going to come after your quarterback.
Here's a heat. Fires to the tight end. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. He might be afraid to kick it to him there after the first punt was taken back to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! Special teams proving to be special. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You you got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Great place to start for this offense. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of...
Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. So that penalty will wipe away some strong red zone execution and take the score off the board. Line getting set on second down. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
He makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now first and goal.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Second and goal for this offense. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the second quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. RPO complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Let's see what they've got on second down. The play-action fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
The Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to pass. It's Avant. Makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag.
Makes the grab right down the middle. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Finds his tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Oh, he makes the catch. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Off play action on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting to the
ball is free. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After this long of a drive, you have to cap it off with a touchdown, and here comes third and goal. Scanning the field, it's Avant. Still looking on the move. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. They'll try to start the second quarter by putting points on the board with a field goal. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Had to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. receives it with the back. Crosses the 30. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
Yeah, they're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. And if you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
Right back to the well. Breaks into the open. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
He's looking deep. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Dumps it to the back. Found a seam. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive and they're going to score points in this new age era.
Man, how about the first half this guy's having? He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up a huge first down right here. On defense, you're going to have to find a way to control this guy. You're going to have to make some big-time adjustments at halftime.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Lets it fly. Touchdown time! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And the extra point gives him a 28-3 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Colorado State is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to North Carolina. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
And how about that one, Kevin? Oh, he's got some space. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, sack.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Gets it out quickly. What about that move to pick up a few extra yards to the 35?
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll run play action. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Back to pass, it's Avant. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. And the Aggies are moving quickly down the field. He's got it on the move. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Going need to work on second down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Well, that completion now sets up a critical third down here in the red zone for this quarterback. His offense, his team, is trailing by a lot. They're going to need him to start making plays consistently, and he's going to have to do it when the defense knows he's about to throw it. And that's exactly the situation right here.
Touchdown, Texas A&M. Quick strike through the air for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Let's talk about Alabama. Now, they'd love to win this one today, secure that spot in the conference championship game, a remarkable achievement. They can't really think this one's in the bag yet.
No, they've just got to continue focusing on the task at hand. I think that's a big reason why they're in this position that they find themselves in. They take care of business each and every game, David. Some hardware to be won down.
He's got it down the right side. Turning on the jet. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's coming out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
So now it's second and long. To the air, it's Avant. Pocket breaking down. Flips it out in the flat.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. It's complete to the left. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Takes it on the return. He gets a block. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wants to adjust the pattern. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Grabbed over the middle, it's Clemens. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Finds space on the right. Nice pickup, gets it to the 20. They move the sticks, and they can still stop the clock. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Got a man. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Here we go.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. He might want another play. Wants to go up top. That's got it. And they will score. Touchdown, Bama!
That was great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good, and put 1 more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. Let's see if they can keep that momentum rolling. He wants to change this route. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Uncorks it. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Going the other way, and he's got room. And just an outstanding return. Takes it back to the 7-yard line.
And these are the mistakes backed up you can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggies. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
The AT unit on the field. Right down the boulevard. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. NC State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This Pac team has picked itself up before, and they are capable of it again today. They're trailing by 13 to Virginia. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Pressure coming. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Makes the catch. First down and maybe a lot more. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Once he got some room, it was over.
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end. But forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on fourth down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close it in style with a 72-yard pass to the house. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead. They're trying to hold on to it. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, it's Avant. Quickly to the tight end. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Stands in and takes the hit. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. The give to the back. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we talked about it in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The offense changing the play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that will probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Touchdown time! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown, and that's exactly what happened.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And some room to work. Turning it on. Made a defender miss. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
They're going to ride this running back.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. He's got the tight end. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's the pressure. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Texas A&M will snap it in the red zone. Give to the running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Aggies. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
And right down the middle. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Colorado State is being humbled today. There's no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping. They're trailing by 23 to North Carolina. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Wants to throw on first down. He's going for the big play. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has him across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. And he tried to put the touch on it, but it's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. He wants to throw it again. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's got it, 1st down and more. Breaks into the open. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Now from inside the red zone. He wants it all. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got the back over the middle. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! They extend this fourth-quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the extra point is good. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
And back to the air on second down. He's got his man, makes the grab. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34. The Aggies come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Finds a tight end. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. There are a few things that just make me happy in life. A great steak, a scrumptious dessert, and a tight end who makes a catch on third down.
If the steak's medium rare, I'm right there with you, Reese. And I'm also there with you on these tight ends on third down, too. Too big for DBs to cover, too fast for linebackers to cover. That guy's a weapon.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Hand off from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Connection to the right. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down. They get to him as he throws. And that one is picked up in the end zone. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Powers through the defender. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They'll ride the hot hand. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They go to the ground. Hard running there. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Power football with the run. He gets it into enemy territory, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll be 4th down.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they've put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Tackle at the 47-yard line. Offense is stopped.
One more play to pad the stats. To the air on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one has gone. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little